And we are back with more Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Last time we left off, we got the Mortal Blade from Senpo Temple. We gave rice to the old lady also at Senpo Temple, which was, revealed a shortcut to the Deep Valley, I want to say it's called. And so that shortcut, though, seems to not really be accessible. However, past comments on previous videos seem to indicate that maybe, perhaps, by beating the Ghost Monk over in the Ashina Depths, that we've kind of been touching on every now and then, might help kind of like do something. I don't know what, but we ended last time basically doing 3 kind of face-offs against it, and it went pretty okay. So let's see basically if we can't kind of knock that out here real quick, and then eventually get to the Sunken Valley for the second part of our overarching quest of basically helping our Lord Kuro basically get rid of his ability to grant immortality. And our undead samurai friend is now passed on, since the Mortal Blade let us free him from his curse. Strange not having him around, but he's in a better place, ideally. So alright, let's go ahead and travel. Let's go Ashina Depths. Watermill. Yeah. We've already basically, since we died basically a few times the last time, we don't need to worry about experience being lost, money being lost. What's already been lost has already been lost, so no worries there. Another dead samurai friend of ours. Boy, if FromSoft likes anything, it's basically like meeting NPCs and then watch them slowly die on quests that, you know, maybe they're okay with dying along their quest thing, but it's still just so many partings. Alright. Okay, run a bit faster here. Sneak up on this guy. I'm kind of like percolating in my brain how things will go here. I do think I need to be more conservative maybe with my drinking during the fight. Because I could probably take 2 hits before needing to drink, but it does feel like I'm definitely pulling it loose with the resurrection nodes at that point. Alright, Corrupted Monk. We're gonna try him. Swing, swing, swing. Okay. Oh yeah, that was a sideways one. And then okay. Just gotta try and get some damage in. Okay. I thought that was gonna be a side sweep one. There we are. I was trying to do the vanish feather technique, but nope, didn't quite work out. Ooh, okay. They kind of did their own like little parry thing there. Swing, swing. Oh boy, yep. Well, first match of the day. Hopefully that doesn't result in anyone getting dragon rot, but we're warming up, I definitely whiffed more than I should have whiffed. Should have been a lot better with those missed raven feathers, but I was not. And even just trying to keep, like, posture damage intact, it's a bit difficult at times, but... Like, I mean, that's why we have the sword technique. The big issue is that, like, half the times the enemies just don't care about being hit. They're just like, oh, you hit me, whatever. I'm gonna keep going anyway. Which is why I've been trying to use it more defensively, but it seems like such a waste to, like, run to a corner and be like, I'm gonna practice my sword swings, don't mind me. I would like to actually be able to utilize it more to both deal damage to them and restore posture. Like, that's the best case scenario. Okay. Try to get them to open up to get some of these free hits in. Swing, 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 swing. Oh! Okay. Sword stroke to do that. Oof. Okay, drink. Alright. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. And drink. I kind of expected a follow-up there. Dang it. I don't think I need the drink. Although maybe I do. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. One, two, three, 4, 5. Definitely drink. Where is my pellet? There we go. Ouch. Yeah, we're running low on our own posture. Uh-oh. Okay, at least resurrection's still available. A pellet. cutting it close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of all the times to not have a snap seed, but we wasted them last time, so. Okay, good. No dragon rot. We're definitely coming close. The big thing basically is sometimes they're like immediate counterattack after starting stuff, and there's a few times where it's just like, yeah, we're running out of posture mid-go. Take down that guy, keep sneaking. Yeah, we should probably get basically the Akko sugar ready to at least try and basically trim more off of their health faster. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should probably drink. I don't think it's gonna. Oh no, okay, it did actually top us off. A bit surprised that actually got us out of midair. Dang it. Health pellet, there we go. Okay. I'll go sugar, let's try to get some more damage in. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Yeah, we should drink, yeah, because not even a full heal. Dang, I was trying to do a retreat there. Oof. That upward swing always kind of gets me. I was curious. I was curious if it would actually get off or not. Nope. Yeah, it's just like, I feel like there's no running from a boss fight. Okay, unseen aid received. I mean, if anything, I'll take that in order to basically not have any more dragon rot. Don't know if the Aqua Sugar really paid off in the end. Like, I feel like basically maybe... Yeah, like, maybe swap it out for something else? All these are just accumulate, like, fortune, spirit emblems, resurrective power more often. And if this guy's actually an illusion, then the apparition type stuff shouldn't work on them. And Festival of Ash could kind of work, maybe? I guess it's worth a shot. Why not? We don't want to use a lot of it. I just figure an illusion probably wouldn't be distracted by ash in their face. But you never know. It just really feels like the Mistwraven Feather is like one of the few ways to get like reliable damage in. And even then it's like 1 or 2 because otherwise I'll immediately go into a counter swing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang it. Okay, that actually works. Ouch. Dang it. Drink. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really dislike the immediate, like, I'm doing a counter now. Screw you. Practice our sword swing. Drink. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, it seemed like basically I can actually kind of take that one. There's that counter there. Hold on. There, pellet there. Back to Ash. overly zealous there. Okay. Whew. Oh, I should have done the jump there. Drink. Shinobi Execution. Oh, that was actually a boss. Okay. I thought it was like more of a mid-boss. Memory. Corrupted Monk. The battered memory of an extraordinary foe lingering in the mind of the wolf. Commune with the sculptor's idol and confront memories of battle to permanently increase attack power. The corrupted monk watched over the cave entrance deep in Mibu Village. Mibu Breathing Technique. A secret method of breathing known as Mibu Breathing Technique. This latent skill allows one to dive underwater as well as breathe underwater indefinitely. Ooh. Developed by the founder of Mibu Village, those who seek to join the procession must master the Mibu Breathing Technique. Without it, the Divine Dragon cannot be met. Oh. There we go. 3 skill points. Nice, nice. I gotta say, I have been sleeping on Fistful of Ash for a while now. We should definitely maybe utilize it a bit more in difficult boss fights. Though obviously after kind of like learning things a bit better. So okay, let's commune. Sculptor's idol found. Let's enhance our attack power. Confront memory, corrupted monk. Remnant, corrupted monk. The battle memory of an extraordinary foe. Although distant, recollection of such a memory provided sustenance for the wolf. The corrupted monk donned the mask of a fierce guardian deity. Her form was nebulous, appearing as if in a dream. What reason could there be, or have been, for guarding the Mibu Village cave entrance? Attack power has been enhanced. Nice. Okay, let's see here. 3, but we're still kind of working our way towards maybe getting Ashin across. I do wonder how good it's going to be in the end, though. Like, that's my one concern of, like, does it do enough damage to justify? Because right now, Ichimonjin has kind of the double thing of restoring posture and being an attack. And this one basically it reduces the amount of posture damage when attacked by an enemy with a sword. So, like, even in that fight, that wouldn't have helped. I do wonder what the latent effects in this particular school are. There's also basically, just in general, the being able to equip more spirit emblems techniques that would be nice. And there is a vault over, basically, on a posture broken enemy to jump over. Which was a comment in the last video, basically, to, that's pretty good for doing ninjutsu on enemies that you're already in combat with, so that is something that's pretty nice to maybe get. Increases the damage inflicted to posture upon executing somewhat Kiria counter. We could stand to have that. We're encountering a lot of, like, thrust attacks these days. But I do want to save up for Ashin Cross. I do want to see what that's all about. Oh, that's interesting. We barely got any money for that, so I guess money comes from more of the regular people. But okay, let's go ahead see what we have in this cave here. I mean, in general, the water diving technique, though, that potentially raises a lot of questions depending on how that is. I kind of wonder how many passings we can go back to now. Because I can think of a few. Ranging from, like, the pond at the very... not the very beginning, but, like, in the flashback to the manor. Oh, giant knot. Okay. Just admiring the ethereal beauty of this place. What do we have here? I guess pick up item? Shelter stone. A stone found on an altar deep within the village of the water dwellers. Stones will sometimes appear in the bodies of those who have long drank from the fountainhead waters. Step into the martial shrine and offer the fragrant, auspicious stone, one of the incense ingredients sought by the divine heir for immortal severance. Oh, okay. Nice. Inspect. Shelter stones such as this are an auspicious omen, sweetly scented for a bridal offering. The palanquin awaits with open arms. Okay, so it was marital, not martial. I was wondering about that. That's why I kind of paused on that word. I'm like, merit? Like for marriage. But okay. Oh, okay. This is the palanquin that we're talking about. I want to see if that remnant says anything. No, okay. Interesting. I mean, okay, so it's not actually usable as a palanquin. I wasn't certain if we would like sit inside it and get carried off into the heavens or something. But I mean, implication of like that maybe happened in reverse, so maybe someone married a god or a dragon, or a dragon god. But okay, I guess that was it for here. Well, actually, wait, no. I'm technically not correct in that full summation. Like, there is some water here. But these are all shallow. But there is more water outside, though. And now with this technique, in theory, we should be able to dive underwater and maybe make progress, like, going up to find the water source. But overall, interesting. So we should totally rest at the shrine here. That was foolish of us not to do that earlier. Okay, rest. Oh, cool. Glad that no dragon rot was gotten by anyone. I forgot, it's not this side, it's the other side that has the entrance. Use the returning door. Oop. Yeah, they're just still slurping away. I think repeat dialogue? Okay. He's still all about just drinking. Drinking. Okay, we can't destroy these to make it easier to come and go here. But alright, how do we dive? Underwater movement. Mibu breathing technique grants the ability to breathe underwater. With this power, one can remain underwater indefinitely. Dive, surface, and dashing. Okay. Not bad, not bad. As someone that was a huge fan of Monster Hunter Tri back in the day, I am glad to see this. I always love underwater stuff. I know a lot of people dislike it, but... Got these piranhas down for size. Precious bait. This is precious bait. The texture is slimy and something resembling horns seems to jet out of it. Just the kind of bait the master loves. Ring the bell, drop the bait. I'm trying to recall where we saw a bell. But yeah, I have an affinity though for water and wind. Grandfather that was a pilot, and a father that spent a lot of time out in the sea and traveled the world quite a bit. Likewise, I spent a lot of times basically in laboratories growing up with like deep sea fish specimens and whatnot. It's just like really cool stuff. I've always been a huge fan in that. That's kind of what got me into biology back in the day. Okay, I guess we can maybe explore more down here too. Kind of work our way downward. Ooh. Oh, dang it, that looked like a secret, but it was not. Okay, more... Oh wait, is that, Yay, treasure carp, nice. I couldn't tell if that was a regular enemy or basically a treasure carp, but it was a treasure carp. It'll gladly take more scales, because we need to basically work our way up to now getting the fire gourd. Okay, there's the wheel. Okay, surface. Let's go ahead and rest briefly at the statue. Mainly both to get health back and also kind of look around real quick for a bell. I don't think there was a bell, but good to confirm or deny. Dang it. I was trying to be all sneaky like and jump over without alerting these guys. That works. Alright. Quickly rest here. Trying to recall any odd bells. I'm also intrigued by that treasure up there. How did we even get up there? But obviously that water wheel is scalable, which I didn't think it would be scalable, but... Well, I love that. Alright, whatever. Let's go ahead and fall into the lake. Ew. Cool, but ew. Danger fish. Red carp eyes. A carp that lived in the Mibu Village pond. It has 2 red eyes. Carp with only eyes that are red cannot become masters. They're considered incomplete creatures that lack the ideal number of scales. Their eyes are said to be everlasting. The researcher Dojin in the abandoned dungeon once used eyes to improve his procedures. Interesting. I do wonder, though, if he's going to be angry for us not having completed his previous request. Oh, sunken treasure. Rare bead! Hey! Of all things to find down here. Okay, not a secret wall. So far, there's no Souls-like secret walls where it's like hit it and vanish, but... Oh, did the fish drop these? My coin purse. Okay, I guess they're both? No, beware. Okay, so they're both light coin purses. Not bad. More fish. Not too bad experience. Okay, not seeing... Oh, even more fish. And not seeing much else down here, though. I do wonder where the Master and the Bell are. Trying to, like, recall if we've seen anything like that here. I mean, like, little mini shrine, another shrine with a tree. Okay, let's go ahead. Hop on a boat. Alright, we'll go to the last community idol. Guess mainly we're just seeking to teleport here. Kind of want to explore all areas that we encountered water so far in, which has been a number of places. But the most obvious one, though, is back at the Hirata estate. Yeah, so let's go back here. I hadn't realized they call it the Dragon Spring. We'll also be curious to see if the doctor in the dungeon will want the eyes or not. We should also report to Koro that we found another ingredient for the incense burner. But because the fact that we don't, like, really officially know that yet, I don't know if we're gonna get any response. But alright, let's go for a swim. We'll start downstream and then work our way up to the merchant. Okay, invisible wall, so nothing that way. Oop. Nice. I think that's now 2 carp scales that we have, having spent the previous 7 or so that we had. Ooh, okay, so there's another one around here. No, purchase item scales. Yep, we got 2. Even if we take on that one, it'll only be 3. Oh. We could actually just buy the Fire Gourd. I thought the Fire Gourd was next, but no, it's combat art. The previous comment on one of the past videos did mention that if we do take this, I mean, it is a combat art, which would mean that it would replace our current skill. So it might not be that useful if we don't end up using it at all, whereas at least like this one will be pretty good for like fighting fire things. So it might be to our advantage just getting the Withered Red Gourd right now. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay. I mean, obviously we're going to be teleporting. I just kind of debate about trying to target this particular carp in the river here or not. Well, we'll go last community idol. We still need to check upriver, because there is like all the river streams. Okay, we just talked to you, carp merchant man. Alright, let's go ahead, teleport. Travel. Okay, now which one was it? I think the bamboo thicket slope is probably our best bet. Because then we can go, in theory, downriver from there. Alright, so we just run up here. Just go for a swim. Hey, get back here. So many carps hiding under the water. It makes sense, but just didn't expect it to be there so suddenly. There we go. So I guess if we go a further enough distance, they respawn. Up. Oh, we're already at the end of the river. Okay. For whatever reason, I thought this river was a bit longer in that direction, but 'twas not. Okay, we can go downriver. Oh, we can't actually get through here. Okay. But we should be able to... There we go. Don't mind. Don't mind me. There you guys too. Let's go in for a swim. Alright, now back this way. Assuming I saw the soldiers up above. Alright. No secrets here. Keeping an eye out for any new carps. And this just goes back into the regular water, I want to say. Alright, fine. Let us get out of the drink here. Okay, don't... Dang it. Alright. I'm not that good at getting out of the water. There we go. Alright. Jump over. Because I can. I figure, hey, potential skill points are skill points. Oopsie. I got too stab happy. Get your friend for me, please. Burn him. Oh, look at that. Someone else for you to burn. Get him, zombie. Good. Alright, finally kick the bucket. Kinda hoping I'm getting a refund on my spirit emblem usage there, but no such luck. Kinda wonder, can I resurrect the birds? blood. Although I was kind of hoping to hoover up whatever item that guy dropped, but it's probably nothing important. Alright, let's try to get this carp over here again real quick here. There we go. Q. Yes, I hear you. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of this. Boom. Last community idol. I assumed Dilapidated Temple would cause a longer load, which is why obviously we're doing that type of teleport. Now, as for other places we've swam, there was the entrance to the abandoned dungeon. We need to head that way anyway, so let's go ahead and go there. Okay. The question is, oh yeah, the underwater waterway as well. Yeah, I think the bottomless hole is a better go-to. One day we'll kill this weird necromancer down here, but I do not think that today is that day. We're going to try and avoid that for now. The acid pools obviously basically were not only too shallow, but way too risky. Although, boy, I can't remember if it was a comment or my soul's loving friend mentioning that there might be a way to hop between the different heads of those things. Okay. I assume the necromancer in general won't pay much attention to us. I'll just run past the lizards. Dun dun. Wait, no, hold on. Dun dun dun. There we go. Alright, what do we got down here? Ooh, item. Okay, Mibu Balloon of Soul. Some Buddha statues. Okay, not much else. And that one-armed ninja guy is no longer here. I don't know that after defeating him if he would, like, respawn for whatever reason, but no. The Ashina Reservoir, which, funny enough, doesn't really have much of a reservoir. Just taking a quick peek around to see if any of this has kind of changed. Because it's still kind of like sunlight here, which is, dang it. Which is definitely noteworthy. Yeah, those are death pits. That's like a reservoir that's all been drained. Okay. Don't think much this way. Then we can go to the abandoned dungeon from here. Now the question is, I think we can just hop from here? Uh-oh. Okay, he's just ready to fight already. No. No, thank you, Cheechman Warrior. Yep, okay, the same as before. Dang it. Get off me. No, don't eat me. I just gotta wonder, with the blade now, I should be able to stop them from respawning, right? Oh yeah, they just take, like, multiple times to kill. So they weren't true immortals, they're just very durable. Hello, Dr. Man. I have eyeballs for you.
忍びのお方、司祭はお渡しした紙を。余計なことは互いに知らぬがよいと存じます。
Okay.
忍びの示唆余計
So until he gets his experimental research material, then nothing we can really do. And I believe... Darn it. Wait, was the waterway this way? Yes, here we go. Alright. Dive. I'm still trying to think of like an underwater bell, or not the bell underwater, but like a bell near water. Ooh. Like coin purse. Like coin purse. Like coin purse. Ceramic shard. Secret tunnel. Okay, maybe a balloon of soul. Oh, it's the other side of the research area. Pacifying agent. Wolf, then betrayal. Dosaku's note. An old note left by the surgeon Dosaku. My disciplines have abandoned me for Dojin. Unwilling to dirty their own hands, they all left for that hypocritical quack. Dojin, my last disciple. Even if I die, the research must continue. Finish the procedure, for Ashina's sake. Dosaku. I wonder what we can kind of do with that material. Like, do we tell the doctor lady who studied under? I want to say it was Dojin? Dogen? Whatever. Okay, nothing there. Keep following the underwater area here. Oh, fishy. Okay, I think it's just the dudes up above here. There we go. Props to that guy for being relentless there. There we go. What? Ah! But why? Dang it. Resurrect. We aren't done yet. I misspoke, I guess. Why a phantom there? Interesting. Okay, unseen aid. Good, good. Alright, let's go ahead. Where would that be? I guess we can go to the underground waterway. I want to see exactly why there's a phantom there. If I had to take a guess, it's probably connected to the whole thing of, like, as night falls, vengeful spirits roam the land. But still interesting. Okay, good, good. Get back here, fish. I'd assume they can't see me underwater? Yeah, okay. There we go. Oh, I should have resurrected him. Now the question is, can I sneak up on the ghost? And it's looking like I can. Okay. But why? And I don't think any secret, although... Let's see... I'll sell about this gourd for now. Where is my rice gourd? Huh, I thought it would be with the other ones, but I guess we passed it and it's... Here we are, 5 colored rice. Oh, I can't go full Prism Stone, Dark Souls. Hear a scream. Okay, apparently not. If I recall correctly, this was the way to get to Senpo Temple, but let's go ahead and confirm real quick. It's like this pile of glowing rice right there. Alright. Up we go. And looking for any potential secrets. Oh! Wait, no. Okay, that's just normal stuff, right? Looks like. And if we go up here... Yeah, here we go. Okay, nothing there. Alright, let's go ahead and rest. And we're so close to basically getting some skill points. I'm trying to think of other places that we saw water at. I think we've got most of them. Although most likely at some point, Sunken Valley will have more. Oh, Wedding Cave door. Interesting. Though, that does remind me, though, we should go ahead and report back to Upper Tower, Kuro's room. If we have another incense ingredient, and we potentially have research to show Dr. Lady, like, That's the thing, is that she serves Lord Ishin, but she tutored under Dogen. Same as the doctor in the dungeon, who I don't think is Dogen, but I think the eye said to give him the Dogen, so maybe that guy is Dogen, and it's a different teacher, doctor they both studied under. Or maybe the guy in the dungeon was a student with the other doctor. It's a bit confusing. I can't remember who's who. Hello, Dr. Lady.
狼殿、よくぞ参られました。
We can give her a drink. Huh. I'm debating if we want to or not. I don't know who and why and all that stuff.
狼殿、ほんの少し。
Okay, repeat dialogue.
苦労さ。
She has nothing to say about evil Dr. Man. So just double checking. That is a key item we got from him, right? Yeah, Dosaku's notes. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I do wonder what we do with this. Because I feel like if we show it to the... Okay, so this is Dosaku, who's basically the surgeon in the dungeon. Ah. Okay. Lord Kudo, we found something.
おう、狼よ。新たな手がかりを見つけたぞ。石じゃ。
石とは。
これを見てくれ。
Okami's ancient text, an old note left by the Okami clan who sought to reach the divine realm. A fragrant stone enshrined in a village within the depths of Ashina. One must throw oneself for it to be found. With this, the fountainhead fragrance is complete. Let us depart now, to the divine realm.
これは。
源の子を求めた者が記した書物じゃ。好気を放つ石が祀られた村があるそうだ。どうした狼？ん？そなたの持っておるその妙な形の石、もしや源の子の石か。
は、この石、何やら祀られておりました。
おお、それは書物に記されていた通りだな。
はい、その石のあった祭壇にかぐわしく腰入れ立て祀る、そう書かれておりました。
腰入れ。それはどのようなところじゃ。
岩戸の奥の洞窟です。
そのようなところから腰に乗り、どこへ嫁に行くというのか。まあ、考えても拉致が開かぬな。
かぐわしく。九郎様、あの場は宣教の入り口なのやもしれませぬ。
そうか。かぐわしくとは源の好機をまとうこと。それを指しておるのやもしれぬな。ああ、そうだ。私の方も調べが進んだぞ。新たに必要な子が分かった。
それは
流院の巫女の血、つまり私の血だ。
九郎様の血ですが、それは流れぬはず。
ああ、流院の巫女とはそうしたものだ。だが源一郎殿の居室でタケル様の故障の手記を見つけてな。何か血を流す術があるようなのじゃ。ひとまずこれをそなたに渡しておこう。
Page's diary, an old diary entry written by Takeru's page. Lord Takeru held his arm over the incense burner and attempted to cut it with a sword, but incredibly, his wound healed instantly and not a drop of blood was shed. Lady Tomoe said, "Without it, your blood cannot be spilled." What could she be referring to, I wonder?
さて、我が血を流す術、いかに調べたものか。
エマ殿に聞くのはどうでしょう。
クスシならば人の体に明るいか。確かにそなたの言う通りかもしれぬな。
Yeah, like in theory, you could just like, a syringe. Because you don't need the wound to stay open, you just need to basically enter, get the blood, and then like, you could take out the syringe and the wound would heal.
お主に尋ねたいことがある。
はい。何でしょうか。
巫女様の血を流す術だ。
何故それを求めるのですか。
宣教に竜の涙を手に入れ、不死立ちを果たす。そのためには巫女様の血がいるのだ。
そうですか。確かに流院の巫女の血は尋常の方法では流れません。ですがあなたはそれをなす術をお持ちです。
Mortal Blade, right?
不思議りか。
はい、こちらを。
Immortal Severance Scrap. Part of the book of Immortal Severance left behind by Takeru. With Mortal Blade in hand, my blood may be shed. With my blood, the aroma will be complete. The Divine Realm will be reached. Immortal Severance will be at hand. I must ask Tomoe to assist with the beheading. Beheading? You don't need to cut off the head to get blood. I mean, it's a way, but I wouldn't say it's the way.
タケル様が記されたものか。
はい、不思議りならば流院の巫女の身に傷を負わせ血を流すことも叶うでしょう。
わかった。これで不死立ちがまた一つ進む。巫女様にもお伝えしよう。
はい。
Okay. Just getting these two in a room would be a lot easier than walking back and forth, but such is the life of the servant.
狼、エマ殿に話は聞けたか。
はい。
どうじゃった。何か分かったか。
不思議りならば叶うと。
そうか。不思議りならば私の血を流すことが叶うのだな。
はい。
うん。試しにやってみぬか。
不思議りは本来は抜けぬ刀。触りがあるやもしれません。香を焚く。その時でよろしいかと。うん。そこまで言うならそうしよう。
Okay, so we'll wait basically until the moment we have all the ingredients, okay?
宣教に至るための香集めも進んできたな。狼よ。引き続き頼むぞ。
Okay, about the flower, about the sakura tree.
床桜は枯れ。
Okay, so that's still basically, yeah.
失持ち去る先
So
に
we still need to find a thief. And the flower basically is down in the thing, so okay.
行くか、狼よ。
Yeah, there was basically past comment on the last video. It did mention that we can give the Sakura droplet without any fear of it changing lore stuff. It still feels a bit weird from our lore, so I might end up giving it to the other child. The bountiful one. Just as to not worry Lord Kuro there. Okay. Trying to think of any other places that we've seen water before, or whether it's time to go to the Sunken Valley. Alright, travel. Because I still wonder about the Undershrine. Wait, no, that's the main entrance. But... yeah, the Sunken Valley Cavern, though, is what I'm kind of curious about. Okay, for different prosthetic tools, you have thick shields, break them into splinters, swift foes, bring them down from afar. Fitting more devices means more ways to slay your enemies. Yes, it does. But okay. I'm also debating going back into the Ashina depths to, try and do that one, pseudo-puzzle in the poison pools. But I'm still kind of curious exactly why we don't see a path here. I guess that's water right here, so maybe the water? Okay, no. It really feels like we're missing a power here, like some sort of glider. Which, I mean, normally I'd go, like... Oh, that would be impossible, but I thought that we might get something like that from the Ghost, but instead we got underwater abilities, which then imply that we could get ability to do, like, gliding. It's just all very, very strange, though. Oop, that was not quite what I was hoping for. And let's take a drink. Fact 2, we're just trying to still feel this thing out here. Maybe, can I, like, cling to this thing from reverse? No, okay. I do love how, like, there is someone way far below. So it's a serpent. Okay, what I'm kind of reading from that is that at some point the giant snake will be here, and then we can kind of like, so it's a serpent, so it's a serpent. So maybe that, but like I guess we can also try landing here. Okay, nope, that's... Alright. Yeah, I think we need to probably enter the valley in from the main direction. Something will occur, and then we can come back here. There we go. Alright. Let's actually travel here real quick. Just real quick. Because I want to go back real quick to the poison pool. I want to see if we can't do this puzzle maybe real quick. I know it's kind of completely random to a certain extent, but we don't have to worry about basically the Gunner Guardian lady as much anymore here. Okay, resurrect, help me out with this guy. Go. I wonder if he can get poisoned or not. Probably not. They look like they kind of like live and thrive on poison. Alright, good. Trying to draw him out of the pool. Oh, he is poisoned. Cool. So he actually does get poisoned with the poison pool. Alright, that frees up. Okay, Mibu Possession Balloon. Okay, cool. This is fine. Fine. Sneaky, sneaky. There we go. Alright, no more guards to worry about here. We can now take a look at the full scope of the puzzle here, and also pick up some of these things. Okay, yellow gunpowder. Nice. Weird dead poisoned cow. Scrap magnetite. Good. Okay, Buddha statue, tree. Okay, let's see here. Okay, hold on. Let's try to get this. Okay, heavy coin purse, not bad. Just all the swinging around and attaching the stuff. Maybe. Nope, nope. Knocking all these things down here. Okay, I can do this. There we go. The big issue is that we're not really seeing a grapple point. Okay, over here. How do we get that direction? That's the big million-dollar question. Alright, maybe this remnant will tell us. You? Yeah? Okay. I'm getting the vibe that whatever that is not how we do it. Got a Spider-Man all around here. Okay. Sure. Yep, that's mainly for killing. Again, we're kind of following basically advice from a previous comment about trying to get either up there or up over that way. In that... Hold on. And they approach things from a different angle here. Because where we're trying to reach is that if we go down this direction... Wait a minute. If I recall correctly, that is a one-way only. We're going to have to basically kill the dudes again if we actually hop down there. But there was like a part that was unreachable that we noticed from there. That in theory is accessible from one of these two areas. And it sounded like we could reach it now, in theory. I wonder, can we like... Okay, now. The only thing I can think of is like launching ourselves forward from like here. We barely get the height for that. And half these remnants are really people just fighting the enemies around here, so it doesn't really help us for hints regarding parkour. And that remnant is just still observing. And I don't think we can kind of do any shenanigans here to try and get up. As much as I would love to believe. Just trying to cling all around to see exactly like what lights up here. Okay. Should be able to go there. Can we actually... Here we go. So it's stealth. Might be an extraordinary foe. And we've already battled that. Alright, gonna try and get some running distance here. Okay. Okay, interact with that Buddha statue. Okay, grab, pull. Being up here doesn't remind me, though, that there is another thing I want to check over around this little bend here. Oh. Hmm? Oh, I guess we fell in? Huh, I thought basically there was a higher part up above for the bottomless hole. But okay, we're gonna try and approach from different angle here. Okay, over here. Up on the head. So it's like both these grapple marks are like the connector bits. Yeah, okay, I don't... Yeah, this doesn't really seem like it's actually accessible here. And none of these remnants basically seem to be indicating otherwise. Alright. So let's take a look at it from the other side here. Oh, actually. Ah, okay. Well, 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 what have we here? Aha! Yellow gunpowder, good, good. Ah, prayer bead! Hey, nice, we got 4 of them now. Okay, and only the ball in his hand. Boy, that was a much easier solution than I thought it was. Like, I thought it was going to be a much more parkour-y. But it's really just about basically taking the correct exit point. And so if we go over here, this should be the top part of that one cavern. Yeah. Monkey, I'm going to give you a chance to not be a dick. You want to be a dick about this, monkey? I tried to give you a chance. Monkey booze! Hey, more monkey booze. Okay. Alcohol created by a dude pulled in a hollow tree. I guess in theory we could give it to Lord Ishin? The other sake that we have, let's see here. It's just a regular Ashina sake. Yeah, maybe I should give it to the doctor lady. Like, I wonder, like, yeah, I don't fully grasp exactly what the sake is all for. But obviously, you know, sake is meant for sharing, so it's like, alright, I guess we share it. Alright, let's go ahead. I just realized that all those things that we came across just now, none of them actually answered the question of, that other exit. And also in hindsight, nor this weird trail of blood either. Yeah, there's still basically the other exit near the statue in the poison pool, so I don't think we're actually done over there. Oh! But I'm just getting flashbacks to all the Souls games where it's like, Dark Invader! Why? Screw you, that's why. It's like, oh, come on, man. Is there a way to get them to look the other direction? Nope, that is not what I meant to do. Alright, there's more than one. There we go. That's why I was mainly attacking them, because I was like, hey, if I can get a skill point out of this, that is a worthwhile exchange in my book. There we go. Oh yeah, I wonder basically if that one guy is still around here. I really don't care, roosters. Alright, hold on. Alright. Sorry, you were saying? I do wonder if he's referring to Senpo Temple or not. Could have sworn that I'd got up there before, but... Oh no, here we go. Alright, pellet. These roosters as enemies are still very funny to me. I don't know why. It's just kind of just like, of all things, just a rooster. But okay, let's go ahead, cash in these prayer beads. Dun dun. Alright. Enhance physical attributes. Consume 4 prayer beads. 5th prayer... from the top. 5th prayer necklace. Loose prayer beads strung together and offering to a sculptor's idol. Increases maximum vitality and posture. A prayer bead necklace befits the strong. The gun fort of Sunken Valley is commanded by the Snake Eyes, an elite force of women able to pierce distant targets with mighty flint cannons and phenomenal vision. Okay. Maximum vitality and posture have increased. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and... trying to think. Travel. There was somewhere I was going. That's not just the correct place to go. But maybe it was. I feel like I'm forgetting something important here, but we're also at about time for today, but let's just do a quick peek into Undershrine Valley. Just a tiny peek. See how far we go in before the serpent appears itself, and then then we can actually use the other shortcut we, in theory, opened up. Alright. Down to the valley we go. Alright, this is a blank remnant. I do recall someone being over in that direction. Oh boy, they got ninjas. 2 invisible illusion ninjas. something tells me this would have been easier to do before it started snowing. But okay. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Okay. No sign of... Alright, that's that. Ouch. But okay, so the snake guy is basically the same people from the poison area. So okay. Interesting connection, that. Turn around, I saw that you're patrolling. Okay, good, good. Alright, up we go. Oh. A little shelter. Ooh, gourd seed, not bad. Yellow gunpowder, good. Just doing a quick investigation here to see if there is any particular reason for the ledge hang, but not apparently so. I think these enemies would be a lot harder had we not kind of gotten experience fighting a more advanced version of them down at the poison pool when it came to that like mini boss. Okay. Alright, over here. A ceramic shard. No sign of our snaky friend quite yet. Okay, antidote powder. Hog wall, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. We know that the snake has a bit of a grudge on us for taking one of its eyes. Unless the snake is also immortal, in which case he's maybe already healed his bum eye. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Oof. Alright. Resurrect. Drink. Yep. Kinda saw that coming at the last minute. I am shocked that they are so close to a statue. Alright, more scrap magnetite. Good, good. Alright, let's go ahead and commune. Sculptor's idol found. We don't need to rest quite yet, because if I had to take a guess, this is probably closing in roughly on... Oh! Hello.
落ち谷の鉄砲砦噂以上よ備えなきは 無謀であったわ。懐かしい。先方寺の鐘が聞こえら。
Impossible. Dot 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 dot. Alright. And obviously we kind of like jumped down. But I'm not seeing any other secrets up here, so I guess we just make the jump. Oh, damn, okay. Try again. Alright, not great. Yeah. Oh, this brings back memories. Hop hop. Alright, good. We're in cover. We'll save that for next time. Not gonna start attacking basically something that took us out. What the? You were dead. Why are you alive again?
落ち谷の鉄砲取りで噂以上よ。備えなきは無謀であったわ。懐かしい。
No, he's dead, but not really dead. Okay, I already have an idea how to take care of that gun monk next time. Basically, aggro, de-aggro, get one free kill in, and then we know the incredible power now of Ash in the Face. The key is not to use up too much Ash in the Face, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, Dilapidated Temple. We're also real quick going to check basically upgrades, because we got a few bits and bobs there from our miscellaneous ventures today. So maybe a new upgrade is available? I kind of doubt it. I know we're kind of blocked on a few things right now, like the lower path is blocked by a weapon we haven't got yet. Oh. The sun's out now again. Is there a day and night cycle in this game? And if so, how does it work? Because it was just dark and cloudy, snowing before, but now it's sunlight again. And I don't know if that's because of something that we did, or like, connected to our death state, like how many times we've died and come back, like... I'm very curious. Actually we'll talk real quick. I think repeat dialogue. Although it does remind me, basically, we do need to present some people with some sake still. But that can probably wait also for next time. Alright, what, if anything, can we upgrade? Okay, we can upgrade Sabimaru. Which again, I do like the idea of poison. Very ninja-like. If we hold out a bit more, we can get basically the Phoenix's Lilac Umbrella, which helps basically prevent damage from apparition-type enemies, which would allow us to kill that giant headless man near the Demon Bell, which I would like to do that. So we get to upgrade up Sabimaru right now. which eventually goes into the piercing Sapimoto, which is even better. Although the Sapimoto has that one issue of just like, when do you do it though? Like, it sounds all good and, you know, fun until basically an enemy is just... Well, I guess Ash in the Face Sapimoto, that could work. Okay, I see a path with that. I still want the Lilac Umbrella though, and we're one ingredient away from being able to actually get that. But this opens up the path that... It's like, again, it's kind of that weighing options back and forth here. I still wonder what this one's going to be. Oh, actually, in hindsight, maybe we can't get this. Because I was reading it as that it was either this into that or this into that, but it might be both into that, in which case, even if we get the extra piece, we can't actually get that yet. Okay. I just realized we can't get the Great Mist Raven Feather until we get basically the Phantom Kunai. And the Phantom Kunai, we're missing that one ingredient that I kind of wonder... I doubt it would come from the boss flashback fight, but maybe it does? Huh. Well, that's an unknown Sapimoto, so this is basically just an entire... So Sapimoto is one of the few that has a top-level upgrade, heavy air quotes. So okay, let's go ahead and upgrade Sapimoto. Improve Sapimoto. Yes. Boom. Okay. And then you have after that basically with the piercing one, which would be nice. Okay.
ではな、また久しくらいなら貸してやろう。
Thank you, Sculptor. Alright. Let's real quick gonna look at my prosthetics here. I do feel that anything I would be using the umbrella on, I'd probably just be using the Mist Raven Feather on. This is cheaper though, but it's consumed on use and then goes away, where this one only gets consumed when it's used. Like, that is still a defining factor of why I like the Mist Raven Feather so much, because it's... you guarantee get use out of it. Like, you get repositioning only when repositioning will happen, which is really nice. Shurikens just always kind of seem like that default you should always have equipped. I do wonder if the umbrella counts as building up posture damage on the enemy every time it deflects an attack, or whether you need to do the spin on it first, though. For now, because we can always pause during combat, we'll go ahead and basically just improve Sapimoto on there. Due to the revised mechanism, one can fluidly swap between two separate sets of attacks as desired. Has a blue rust poison applied to the blade that eats into enemy defense and inflicts poison status abnormality. This turns your body and can also be used for evasion. Okay, so while spamming the flurry, which that is the one downside of Sapimoto, is that I'm still kind of confused sometimes on, like... So Sapimoto cost 1 Spirit Emblem cost to use. But it's like for 3 swings of the Sapimoto is that. I kind of wish it was just like hold down to do the full attack, but so it's like... So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, R1? And I would like to use it, but it takes up Spirit Emblems, which like cost money. I mean, I guess we can kind of... in honor of our missing friend here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and that took up 2, though. If I rest, does that replenish the, Yeah, okay, right away. So yeah, so it did take up 2. So we weren't incorrect in that summation. But that also reminds me, though, let's go ahead and basically... Oh, man. The cost... I did think that before. The cost was 20 before, now it's 30, so it's just going up and up and up. I really should start getting into the habit of, let's see here. So I'll start with the 5-colored rice. Why are all those bajillion balloons that we keep picking up? I said bajillion balloons. Actually, it's not that many we have in total. It's like 15 to 16, 17. I do wonder, like, they would define a period of time before I would actually use it. We can totally... Any gain go into storage, I would assume, right? Probably. Maybe. Hopefully. But okay, let's go ahead and wrap things up here for today. I still question that sun out and about. Like, how is time passing this game? I might just end up Googling that. But I'm hoping it doesn't spoil anything of like, every time you do this important lore thing. It's like, what? What do you mean important lore thing? That would kind of suck if that spoiled me, so... Maybe I'll ask my Souls Living friend exactly like, what's up with the day-night cycle in this game? Because I don't get it. I thought I got it when it started snowing after Genichiro, but now it's... I mean, it's still snowing, but it's sunlight out, so... Shrug. But yeah, overall, good progress today. We took down one boss, I think. That was basically the Ghost Monk. I don't think we took down two bosses, but there's the mini-boss with the Snake Eye Monk coming up here. We got the underwater technique, really, really cool. Really enjoy that. And yeah, we're basically just kind of back at the main game right now. I can't think of any side path that we haven't quite yet delved further into. But there is a debate that maybe something is out there that we're not looking into as is right now. I think overall... Let's just real quick here. Travel. Antique map. Like, most of the game is starting to get revealed on the antique map. If I had to take a guess, I think probably the top right will eventually be... maybe, like, the Celestial Realm? Because it's like a tall mountain back there that's kind of like half obscured. And I guess in theory they could do something to the top left and like the middle bottom. But we have more areas tagged on this map than not. I mean, the map might open up like later on to scroll left or right, but if everything's right here, we're pretty far in, as it were. So yeah, definitely kind of curious if that's all going to go. But alright, all that and more next time. So, until then, later.